is the 2021 Judo Olympics. 100 men's kilogram. I mean, I knew that they start fast, and I should know this because of judo, but it's 7:02, and they're already 2 minutes into the first match between Pakistan and Egypt at this very moment. So Pakistan versus Egypt on the match. Matt, if you haven't watched how these go, I'm sorry, I was setting this up, trying to change everything. You know, from MMA. So, excuse me, it's a bit of a stretch here. So Pakistan versus Egypt right now. I'm not completely familiar with all of the judo players in this, but this is Darwish Ramadan, one of the biggest favorites in here right now for Egypt. I do know he's a great judo player. The only guy I really know a lot about coming in tonight is Teddy Riner. Teddy Riner is representing France. He is the men's 100 kilogram. Oh. Hello, everybody. Here we go. Mike Fights with Friends. It is judo time. 2021 Olympics. Mike Stipe left UFC for one championship. Your thoughts? I am just hearing this now. I heard it was a rumor. I didn't really take it seriously. I think I'm going to need a little bit of time to digest that. Wow. What's up, Robert? Let's go through the chat here. I'll be back here, watch with you or listen to your call. Nice, J Dig. Ordinary Pete up in the house as always. Zombie Angel. What's up, man? Good to see you. MMA or nada. Doing good. Smoking a pre-show, says Pete. Stipe leaving UFC and joining one. Yeah, I got to think about that, I guess. So sorry, the music was still playing there. We're on. Let me know. Hopefully the sound is good and everything. Now, I should know this from judo, but, you know, since it started, they said the broadcast started at 7. I thought we would have a minute. But Pakistan and Egypt are already up in this thing. I believe their match is already finished. Yeah, they just finished. When they say 7 o'clock, they say 7 o'clock. And yeah, I should know that because we would have our weigh-ins and you might be on the mat within 5 minutes. And Darwish, the favorite, getting the win there for Egypt. He is one of the big players in this Bellator. Is going to be hot this weekend. Hell yeah, it is, man. Bellator, AJ McKee and Patricio Pitbull, they are getting it on. All right, guys. There's your final results. Egypt, Roxana defeats Pakistan here. In the first round here, we'll be announcing the next competitors. This goes very quickly, guys, so Ivan versus Shady. These are the names here. This is, they go so fast, it is very, very hard to get down the names, and there's no order. I don't have the order of anybody right now. So if you're watching along, this is on NBC Sports. All right, guys, here we go. 4-minute matches here. Canada against the Arab United Emirates here. You got Canada in the white, United Arab Emirates in the blue gi. If you're wanting to watch along, this is on NBC Sports. If you could get the NBC Sports app anywhere, I'm watching it on my Roku. Smart TV, just about anywhere. It's easy to find. Sign in if you have a cable provider. Otherwise, you at least get a 30-minute preview. And Ivan going for a throw there, going for an opponent Saranagi, and Shady of the EU just kind of lays on top of him, gets him back into the center of the cage. If you're new to this, yes, there is a clock. It's only 4 minutes here. Oh. And Shady of the Arab Emirates slams Ivan to the canvas. Now, he slams him front first, so that's not going to be any points. He can go to Nawaza at that point, which is the ground game, and could look for submissions. But if you knock somebody on their chest, there's no points. And basically, in this high level of judo, there's half points and whole points. To make things easy, a wasari is a half a point, and 2 wasaris equal 1 full point. So wasari is going to be a throw where when a judo player throws the other judo player, like on their butt with pretty hard or on their side. 2 of those equals 1 ippon for a match win. A hard slam onto the back, that's an automatic ippon. You can also win a match from several different ways on the canvas. Oh, that's a point for Canada. United Arab Emirates, he was going for the throw. The Canadian Ivan canters, gets a little ochigari, which is just a little inner sweep on the inside. And now he gets dominant position. Now, if he can get this hold, which basically, there you go. You see 10? There it is. 10 seconds in a hold, which is basically side control, mount, crucifix. There's several different holds that basically you're isolating your opponent where they can't do anything. 10 seconds of that is a wasari, which is half a point. 20 seconds is an ippon. What I was doing, it was 20 and 30. They've changed quite a few things back from when I used to compete. Round of 32, there you go. Shady El Nahas representing Canada will move on to the next round. Our friends just north of us in Canada, they have some incredible judo players. Robert in Disney World. Hey, enjoy yourself, man. That sounds awesome. I think the Mario Brothers exhibit just opened. So you'll have to check it out here. I'm here till Tuesday. Dope. That's awesome, man. Nifel Papadakis is the one I'm waiting for. Yeah, he's a bad mother. I know I've seen him. Tony Riner. This is the freaking man, though. If you know anything about judo, if you paid attention to it or heard anything about it in the last 10 years, you probably know who Tony Riner is. He's he is to judo what Gordon Ryan is to jiu-jitsu. And we're going to get right into this. Right into this next one. So I'm going to have to pause it for a minute. They are so fast. And I'm not sure what the country that stands for AZE even is. So if somebody can help me with that, that would be greatly appreciated. These guys, I mean, they don't mess around. All right. Now, if you're looking to watch, again, NBC Sports is where you're going to find the coverage for this. 22-year-old Zelim, he is the 9th-ranked Judokan in the world at 100 kilograms. 100 kilograms is 220 pounds for us Americans. And here you go. You got Zelim in the white and Alexander in the blue. So I was talking about Tony Riner earlier. He is like the Gordon Ryan of judo. Went 10 consecutive years without winning a match. Starting at 22 years old all the way to 32, he won 154 consecutive matches. He is the back-to-back gold medal winner and favorite to win this, but he is going to get some good competition this time around. He finally lost his that first match. That streak was broken in February 2020. February 2020 by a Japanese player. Zelim going for an Ichimata on the inside. Which is kind of a throw, if you don't know, where you you your feet in between another person's legs and turn and kind of pick them up like a hacky sack. Oh, there we go. Alexander going for the Tayatoshi. Zelim, good defense there to stop that. So they do not let them on the ground for long at all. What's up, Sam302? Good to see you. Azerbaijan. Oh, thank you, Billy. Let me know when you're ready to come in. Billy was going to co-commentate today with me. And I'll give you a call and patch you in. Oh, Tayatoshi attempt. There for Zelim of Azerbaijan. Oh, very, very close there to the score. Now, if you're looking at the clock in the top left-hand hand of your screen, if you're watching on NBC Sports, you see a match only 4 minutes. It's a lot longer than that, though, because every time the action stops and they have to come back to the center, the clock stops as well. It was much different when I was doing it. It was 3 5-minute rounds, but the clock continued to run. So there's been quite a few advancements. Oh, Ichimata attempt, and he gets it! That's a score! Wazari Zelim of Azerbaijan with a beautiful Wazari. Beautiful Ichimata. That's the throw I was talking about earlier with the foot in between the legs. And that was textbook. Now, when you're watching black belt judo players, you're going to see a lot of a hand play. These two guys, not quite so much, but there's so much fighting for grips. And it's very exhausting on that material. To be honest, these guys are fairly aggressive. They're taking some chances here. And that's going to be a stalling penalty, the second, for Alexander of France. That is a Shida, which is a stalling penalty. 3 will be a disqualification. Oh, Ichimata attempt again there for Zelim. That he seems to favor that throw. Not able to get it, though. What's up, Seattle? I plan on streaming Uriah Hall versus Strickland this weekend. Yeah, we're going to be doing Bellator because of the featherweight tournament. Oh, and a Toma Nagi attempt there from Zelm, and Alexander getting right on top here. He might be able to get a hold. No, he's not able to get the hold down. Which I'll explain the hold down more when somebody gets one, and we'll see one soon. Thoughts out to the female judo player. I can't think of her name right now, though, but that was choked unconscious with a gi choke. Look it up online if you guys want to see it. She was choked unconscious. I never did hear him give an update. I mean, I'm sure she's okay, or you'd probably hear more. But she went out quickly. The choke was only on for about 3 seconds, and she was gone. Those gi chokes are very brutal. Gonna be honest, don't know a ton about judo. Keep switching in the boxing quarterfinals. So did you want to come in on the mic, though, Billy? Just banter with me? They have super heavyweights. Yeah, 220s. Well, this is the 100 kilogram. These guys are 220 pounders here. So, and a little bit of stalling here. So, well, not stalling, but Alexander's going to fix his belt. And that is it. Time is out. Zalim from Azerbaijan will go to the next round. This is the round of 32, so we're going to really get to see this set up for the gold medal match. Glad Bellator is rematching MVP and Lima. That's a smart move by them. Oh, absolutely. When I seen that, I was so excited. That really made my day. Bellator is coming out with some of the most anticipatory fights. When there's a fight to be made, it's like they kind of just make it. UFC seems to be having some matchmaking difficulties right now. I'm sure you guys have seen recently Michael Chandler, really beating the drum to get a fight with Justin Gaethje, which just sounds absolutely crazy. That anyone would want to fight Justin Gaethje, but I think those guys are going to get it done eventually. I think they will end up fighting. We got Mongolia up next. And like I said, these move very quickly. Mongolia, gentleman's name, Otganbatar Agvasurian. I am definitely not positive about that name. But there you go. You got Mongolian. Versus this guy, I'm so scared. Zach Morris, Estonia versus Mongolia. Thank you. See, Billy, you can come on and research at least and be my Jamie, checking stuff up. Who do you think will win out of them two countries? I'm going with Mongolia. I'm not real familiar with both these guys. I do think Tony Riner out of France will end up getting the gold here at light heavyweight, basically light heavyweight, 220 pounds. But it's hard to say. General from Mongolia sees isolating the left wrist of the Estonia player. He's going to get the back. He's going to have a very, very short time. See how quickly they call him up? This is why it was so frustrating sometimes when I was in judo. It's like, man, you got to be right there. You basically almost have to land in the choke to get a chance to finish it out before they call you up. They like to see the spectacular throws, which so does everyone else. But I can be frustrated if you're a submission artist. PBR Street Gang in the house. The first donation of the night. Hi, Mike. Hello to all. Hello to all in chat. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, PBR Street Gang, with the first donation of the night, brother. No, I've been looking so forward to some of these matches, and I haven't got to watch everything. But I was telling Billy, we were talking earlier today, and I was saying I was watching for about an hour at 1 a.m. last night before I had to go to work. I had to leave for work at 2 to get my load ready. We've been doing some really early mornings. Our warehouse has been having a very difficult time keeping employees, so we've been having a hard time getting our loads to deliver. Minute 50 left to end this match on the play clock. But as I mentioned before, every time there's a break, that clock's going to stop. The Mongolian player now taking the low end, looking for the setup here. Look at the guy from Estonia. He's got his hips way back here. He could be looking at a penalty here in a moment. The gentleman from Mongolia got a Shida. Yep, and there it is. I was looking for the penalty. The gentleman from Estonia. So each fighter has a stalling penalty right now. Oh, good move from the gentleman from Mongolia there, but not able to get a scoring throw. One minute, and it looks like we might be heading to golden score, which is sudden death. And look how low these guys are to the ground. Seth Gaethje is cemented his name as an interim champion in the U.S. I believe so too. Oh, so it's judo owned by the Eastern Bloc. Japanese has been dominating, if that's what you've asked, and Japan has been killing. Gaethje versus Chandler is almost like Bellator versus World Series PFL. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's great. See, boy, Stipe trained with Jake Paul. No, I didn't, but the Paul brothers, they're kind of rehabilitating their reputations, and I'm kind of rehabilitating my reputation of them, to be honest. They're working very hard. They want to be fighters. Wow, and yeah, a little slow moving here. The gentleman from Estonia going for a Tomanagi, but not really anything going. GNet, where you can watch live. I'm watching on NBC Sports. I think there are some other areas that you can go to, but go to NBC Sports and this should be live. If you don't have a cable provider, and at least get you the first 30 minutes preview for free. And I imagine you can probably just keep resetting that. I know I've done that on things. All right, we will head to golden scores, sudden death between Mongolia and Estonia. Here on mat 1, the women's 78 kilograms is going on over there on mat 2. So if you see on your app, there's 2 different channels and maps. At mat, if someone wanted to watch that match, they would go to mat 2, and you'd be able to watch that match. But this gentleman from Estonia, I mean, he's coming out very aggressive. The second round, a gentleman from Mongolia really pushing his hips back far. Oh! I thought he might get a penalty there for a moment. If the Estonia gentleman had waited another moment to, to attack, it might have resulted in a penalty for Mongolia. Be back in a few. It's on the NBC Sports app, not the actual channel. Yes, thank you, Billy. Yeah, so on your, on your tablet, your phone, your Roku, your smart TV, anywhere you can get an app now, which is, I believe, is that the way that the majority of you guys watch your sports and everything else now? Is anybody kind of really turning and watching it on cable? 78 kilogram to Philly is in the women's. Is one of my son's BJJ school. Ah, that's why. Okay. That's why you know so much about him. I'm like, I know I've heard the name, but I couldn't picture who it was. Thank you. Got a truly wicked white Russian going. What are we all drinking? I'm on tap with water, and I got a couple of Coke Zeros later to keep me going for the night. I got to work after this. I don't know how long it's going to last, but probably not too much after this finishes up. I will, I will get ready for work. I got to go down to my warehouse. Because like I said, it's been real early mornings for us, with the warehouse being very, very short of people. So I've learned I'm getting too old to drink much before work. Even if I'm able to sober up, it can make for kind of a rough day. So Saturday with Bellator, that we'll get the drinks out for that for sure. An injury timeout here for Estonia. So you see he's coming back with a whole head full of bandage. Oh, and Mongolia going for an Ippon Serenagi right out of the gate. Which is a fight where you put your arm underneath the other fighter's arm. You turn your hips and you throw them over your arm. You guys have probably seen that throw a lot. If you've seen it, you'd recognize it. Even from movies and cartoons. Watching on my Xfinity Stream app links me straight to NBC Sports Channel app. Nice. Oh, I didn't know that, Robert. I would have went that way because that's what I got as the Xfinity streaming app. But I found, oh, that's a score. I'm going to look back at that, but that looked like a score for Mongolia. They're going to say no. And see, Estonia, that time it's not going to be a score. Even though he went on his back, he kind of like pulled guard almost there. So you see that huge bandage around the head of the Estonian. There's not no bleeding, no cuts, open wounds. A lot different than MMA. There can be no open wounds on the mat. So that's when they get a medical timeout and they'll patch guys up. When does the Bellator card start? Main card starts at 7. I was planning on Pacific. I was planning on starting at 5. And I'm sure we'll talk some UFC. We'll talk about some results and things. But as far as the play-by-play this week will be Bellator. Which generally does better with numbers anyways. I have worked, for those that were asking about our new channel, Weapons of Mass Discussion, I have part of about 11 episodes done. I have 4 which are basically finished. I've been pretty busy on that. And there it is. The Mongolian gets it. Little Ochigari inside. That's a Wazari. And game, set, match for Mongolia. Hagvasaran will go to the next round, the round of 16. Mananiskan will be in the reconciliatory bracket, or the loser's bracket, as it's sometimes called, but nobody that gets this far is a loser. Well, thank you for the description there. Robert says, in the Xfinity app, select for you in main menu, select Olympics tab, then select which sport you want to watch. I've been watching Olympics. Nice. Can you watch the replays that way? Have you noticed, Robert? So I watched some of the replays on the app. I'm probably gonna sit down and watch pretty much all of these judo matches from this Olympics. Oh, and here we go, Uzbekistan and Ireland, and we're jumping right into this. I said there is no time to get anything done. This would be a nice time to have a tech guy that could switch things for me. Speaking of Ireland, the notorious one, the nefarious one, had another disgusting controversy this week. I don't know if you guys looked into the deleted tweet from Conor McGregor about Khabib Nurmagomedov's dad. Absolutely horrible. You see the gentleman from Uzbekistan going for an Ochigari there, in a reap. But you can see a lot of these sweeps and stuff, they basically come down to like leg kicks and ankle kicks. So you can really beat a guy up with those. Basically, you can leg kick in judo. If you're going for a sweep, or make it look like you're going for a sweep. Oh, Uzbekistan, very aggressive here. Ireland landing on top. He's got his back. And he's got hooks in. We'll see how long they're going to let this go for. No, they're going to call him up. Yes, you can watch the replays. That's what I've been doing since I've been watching at the park all day. First time watching live now. Nice. Gives you something to do while you're standing in a line for the next ride, right? I can just imagine the data usage going through at Disney World while people are waiting in line with their phones. And just a real war of the grips. Oh, there it is. Uzbekistan going for the Ponsarinagi. That's a Wasari. That was a very nice throw on the Sarisuri Gomogoshi there. Let's watch the replay there. Gets his hips in. Oh, if he had turned him just a quarter more, that would have been an ippon. That was a textbook throw. But, I mean, you can watch a textbook definition of what all the throws are in judo. When you get to this level, you're very rarely going to see a textbook throw because of the defense of the other guy trying to stop it. So it almost always has to be modified. Look at the grip war here. And Ireland Going to go down to the mat there for a minute, and they'll go back to the center. When is the women's 78 kilogram match for Mongolia? Judo. I'm not sure, but if you go to the Olympics.com website, they have the schedule of every fight. I didn't look at it for that. And the women's 78 kilograms are already going on mat 2. So men's on mat 1, women's on mat 2. I don't know if they're going to continue. Oh, there's no women's match going on right now. So maybe it was just a couple. They'll stop that once it gets deeper into the competition. But right now that it's the field of 32, I think they just have so many matches to get through today. And these wrist battles are brutal. I mean, my wrists were always hurting, and you see the taped hands. But between the wrist battles and the gi burn, this is a very physical war right here. Oh, and we're just about to golden match. 15 seconds left in this match until we go to golden point. And will someone make a big move here or just go to golden score? Let's see if somebody takes a chance. And Ireland did, but good defense there from Uzbekistan. The Island man running Uzbekistan down. And time is up, and we will go to golden score. Sudden death. So even though the Uzbekistani has one Wasari, you will not win a match on a Wasari. You have to have an opponent unless it is golden score. No, excuse me. Excuse me, that has been changed. I stand corrected. The Uzbekistan gets it with the Wasari here. All right, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. And you see the replay. That was the throw, an attempt at an opponent's Serenagi. For the Uzbekistan, it gets it. Look at the feet. Look at the hip, right on the side. Textbook Wasari there from the Uzbekistan. All right, and here we go. Brazil up next. Raphael Zukini of Brazil taking on Toma from Belgium, and they will get right into this. Nikiforov of Belgium, one of the more top-rated judo players in this tournament. What's up, Super Tech Tricks? Good to see you. Hey, sorry, I seen that message from you that we were going live after. I think after you were already done. So sorry about that. But yeah, let me know next time. I will try to make sure and get in there. An opponent Serenagi attempt there early from Belgium. And I don't know how many of you guys, I'm sure all of you guys have done like the rowing machines, but the ones where there's a lot of weight on it and you're pulling in. I mean, these guys have tremendous lats from so much pulling. I mean, it's been a very long time since I was in judo. I mean, that's still one of the things I'm the strongest at is just pulling things because you're constantly pulling people, by these rough pieces of cloth. And if you've never felt a judo gi, they're very rough. At this level, they're double weave. They're also very hot. Sweep attempt there from Brazil. Ends up being more of an outside leg kick there. Oh, and look at the Belgian going for the opponent Serenagi there. Not quite getting it. All good, Mike. Yeah, I had 4 watchers, so not too bad. Nice. I hear that, Fizz. I used to do judo. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, and the Brazilian. If you're wondering why these guys can't... Oh! Beautiful Serenagi, but he's not able to get the back. So they're going to say that's not a score there, but if you're watching judo, I think for self-defense, I think judo is one of the greatest sports ever, especially gi judo, which, no gi jiu-jitsu is starting to take over because it trains these guys for MMA. When somebody attacks you on the street, they're most likely not going to be coming at you shirtless with a pair of skimpy tights on. They're going to have a shirt, maybe a jacket, maybe some pants, and judo's going to teach you how to use that to basically slam somebody onto the concrete. Now see the Brazilian, see how he's grabbing the lower parts of the lapel there to control the other judo fighters. That is so much emphasis, so much pressure on both guys' wrists. The one pulling and the one being pulled there. And that's, you're going to have a lot of hand play, almost like you'd see in like the old Kung Fu movies when somebody grabs somebody's hand and they, kind of circle it out the other way and underneath. You get a lot of that. Belgium guy Brazilian doing a very good job of just isolating Belgium's offense here, and goes underneath for a Kagerua, which is basically a fireman's carry if you're in wrestling, where you go underneath your opponent, slide all the way underneath and pick them up on your shoulders, but good defense to stop that from Belgium. All right, 1 minute left in this match. Oh, and a punch in. That might be a foul. I think it was accidental, but that was just a 1-2. That was a 1-2 from Brazil. I mean, he comes in for the grips and just pop, pop. And that happens. These grips slip and you get punched in the face a lot and elbowed. The majority of it's probably involuntary. Oh. Good defense. Yokatemazanawani there for Belgium, and he scores. Belgium gets a Wasari on the board with just 37 seconds left. He is highly likely to make it to the next round. Bill says, I'm back. All right, 37 seconds of action. I should say it like that, 37 seconds of action, because it's kind of like NFL time. You're going to get more than 37 seconds. Oh, and Belgium very aggressive now. He's got to be. He's down. Brazilian also being very aggressive. Or excuse me, the Brazilian being aggressive. Belgium is in the lead. He has been the aggressor throughout this, though. It was a defensive throw that got the score for the Belgian. And running out of time is Brazil. And he's going to get a Shido, a penalty for walking out. He's fine with that because you're almost out of time here anyways. The Brazilian. And it is all over. And Belgium will go to the round of 16. The Brazilian will go to the consolation bracket, excuse me. And we'll be jumping right into the next match. I wish I would have printed out. The schedule of who's coming. I still don't think I'd have time to type them in. Oh, and a little 30-second commercial before. Yep. Our country doesn't even get to 32. No, the United States, and that's why it was so impressive that, like, Ronda Rousey medaled, and then Kayla Harrison was the first U.S. Judokan to win a gold. She did it twice because historically the United States has not done well in judo at all and has never done well in men's judo. This is, for whatever reason, this is not our sport. I'm going to be late on Saturday for Bellator, but hopefully I can catch a main event with you guys. All depends when I get back to my resort. All right, well, hey, I look forward to you being there anyways. Hey, Billy, Well, and no opponent here for Michael Sergina. These guys, what you're seeing is he's got to come through and bow on the mat to make it formal, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, his opponent not able to compete today. I'm not sure of the exact reason, but that'll send us right to the next match, which is going to be Germany at BLR. If somebody, Billy or somebody else, can help me and look up the abbreviations when I'm typing it in, this must be Belarus. This is Belarus. I should know that. Help me maybe Google the countries. 24th ranked Judokan in the world out of Germany here. Richard Frey. A very respected Judokan in the circuit, as of course all these guys are in their respective countries, to get this far. You're not going to see a lot of world champions in the 100 kilogram in this tournament. In fact, you're just going to see one, because one guy has won all 10 world championships in the last 10 years. And that is the gentleman that I talked about earlier. Teddy Riner. Teddy Riner's won 10 consecutive world championships. Two back-to-back Olympic gold medals, and he went 154 matches with only one single loss. That streak was finally broken. It was actually 154 without losing a match. He finally lost and not long ago, February of 2020, to a Japanese judo player. And you see the German here is controlling the right side here. That is Richard's favorite throwing side, is that right side. You see the defensive move there by Belarus to end up on top. Both guys very tentative here. Rob was there 15 minutes ago. Couldn't be in that state when the female shows up. Florida weather sucks. Humid as F. You can call me Sticky Nuts. Oh, and an Uchimata tip. I think that's going to be a Wasari. They're going to watch the replay on that. Hopefully they show us a replay. Because I had one eye on the screen and one eye on the chat. So you cannot grasp both hands around the waist. That's actually going to be a penalty on Belarus, and that throw is going to be taken away. That would have been, that would have been a textbook Wasari, except for he gripped those hands, which is not allowed. After we're done with this, jumping in the shower to be up at 5 a.m. Oh, shit, man. Well, hey, have a good time, man. Thanks for coming in, Robert. Appreciate it. You can tell Frey of Germany getting frustrated here with the Belarusians' defensive style here tonight. And both guys have a Shido right now. 2 penalties for each guy. 3 penalties is disqualification. And that's for lack of engagement. Good grip there from Belarus. Oh, Frey, it looked like he had it. It looked like he had the opponent's Serenagi. And the Belarusian just folds there. I'm going to school listen to this at the same time as doing work. It's fun. Well, thank you, Super Tech Tricks. All right. Ochigari attempt from the Belarusian here. We may go to golden score. We may end up with a disqualification here. Both men have two Shidos. Which, like I said, that penalty. Oh, and an inadvertent flying knee to the stomach there for the Belarusian. Oh, Germany, he's got hooks in, rolls him over. They're going to call him up, though. And they immediately call him up. Because they are not allowed to cross face, which causes damage to the face and stuff. You have to go underneath the neck, and that's the reason for the quick call up there. Tomanagi attempt for Frey, the German there, but again, Belarus just kind of flops down to stop. Oh! Frey almost had it there. Great counter throw. The Belarusian's able to land on his chest, though. And we'll go to golden score. So, like I said before, it's been years since I've competed, so I'm kind of trying to catch up as I'm commentating, and some of the rules have changed, guys, but I appreciate you being in to watch. Here we go, golden score. Oh, Belarus coming out extremely aggressive here. Look at... Oh. And he grabbed the back of the mat. Remember, any scoring throw is a win right now. Oh, and watch the replay for Belarus. So close. He had the belt in the back. Gets a little Ochigari, but, Frey. Oh, Frey going for a quickie. Ponsaranagi, and just the reflexes of the Belarusian to stop on top there and block another throw. Oh, Tomanagi attempt for Germany. Not able to get it. He's got the back. He's got the arm. There it is. He's got the arm bar. There it is. Submission victory. Oh, he let go of it, and the referee had not said he pwned. But Frey... Frey broke his arm. I think he hurt his arm snap. And a sportsman-like there for Frey letting go. That's going to be the opponent. Unfortunately, the Belarusian ends up with a broken arm anyways. And that's part of the... that's part of the drawback from them calling these guys up so quickly. When you do get a submission hold on, you have to apply it very, very quickly. So that results, maybe part of why we end up with a broken arm here for the Belarusian. And then, the lady who was choked unconscious with the gi last night. Dislocated arm or what? Yeah, I think so. There was definitely a snap there. You could hear it. You could definitely hear the snap. I believe Serbia versus... What's FIJ? Is that Fuji? I'm going to say Fuji. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm not quite sure if that's even a country as Fuji. So I will change that. Kokoro versus Takeyawa up next. My girlfriend has a dislocated knee. Ouch. That is not fun. Well, I hope she heals up well and properly. I think that's going to be Fiji, not Fuji. Oh! And I looked down for just a moment. I'm going to try to rewind that. Sorry, guys. Match is over. Okay, and I'm watching here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful Osotogari. From the Serbian. That's an outer reap. That was my favorite throw. That was my favorite throw when I was in judo. And the Serbian, Alexander Kukolj, makes quick work of Tafida Takeyawa. Beautiful throw. Never really watched judo before. It's intense. A lot can happen very quickly. What's up, Panhead Bob? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's not boring. I'll tell you that. It's not boring. If you don't know what's going on, it can take a little while to be able to tell what's going on if you haven't done judo or watched a lot of it. But there's a lot of action, and yeah, it's pretty intense. It's a one score, and you're done. You can be done. If it's a full ippon. All right, Egypt up again here. Ramadan Darwish up again already. So we are into versus Varlam Lipper Latino. We're already in the second round, the field of 16. That's how quickly this is going. Darwish competing again already. He just competed. This has only been on for an hour. What, 30 minutes ago? So you got three-time European champion Darwish of Egypt. Maybe a favorite to get to the finals. Now, obviously, we talked about Teddy Riner as the overall favorite, back-to-back gold medalist. And they were talking about earlier, about yesterday's, a lot of the women, a lot of stalling with the hair and different things, you know, with the officials, and if they're going to address that. I don't know if they will, but there's a lot of judo players that will try to get some extra rest that way. Whether it's hair or fixing their gi. I mean, when they get exhausted, a lot of fighters take advantage of that. And they will re-embrace again. Like I said earlier, if you're looking to watch this, NBC Sports app, if you have the Xfinity Sports app, Robert was saying you could just go straight to Olympics and you'll get to Judo, or you can download it on Apple, Android, Roku, basically any smart device. You're going to have Mat 1 and Mat 2, though. We're watching Mat 1, which is the 100 kilogram men's. Mat 2 is the 78 kilograms women's. We will see some women's matches later. But right now they're going to keep it. Oh, and he runs out of space. But you got to wonder if the underdog, the Geo fighter there, would have been able to get Anagoshi there. Darwish is so good, though. Darwish has 2 Shidos, though he is 1 penalty away from his Olympic dream ending here. An aggressive throw. Oh, and there it goes. That's a Wasari. Oh, no. The referee said Mate, which is stop when they're at the end. Darwish gets the throw just after the call, and that throw will not count. And they're looking for a possible, they were looking at a third possible penalty for Darwish, but the referee cannot do that himself. It has to be the outside committee of 3 men to make the third penalty, because that's a disqualification, and they will not do it. Gio very aggressive here. Darwish, a beautiful defensive player. Very nerve-wracking for one of the favorites, Darwish here. A little over a minute left. Like I said, if he has one more penalty, it'll be the end of his Olympic run. And an illegal grip break from Darwish, and that will be the end of his shot at a gold medal. Ramadan Darwish, world number 1. Varlam will go on to the next round. Geo is Georgia. Oh, thank you, Georgia. Tiny former USSR country. Yeah, I knew where Georgia was. I don't recognize all the abbreviations for all these countries. So Georgia goes on to the next round. I would keep up with a lot more of this in judo. It's not easy during the year outside of the Olympics, though, to find judo coverage in the United States. I think that's a WI for you, Mike. Oh, even if you bring even just one person into watching judo, spreading the word for the sport, good job, amigo. Well, thank you, Billy. Canada, Shady and Laos, coming back next here. Versus Kotsiav of I don't remember how to pronounce that country. Azerbaijan. Canada versus Azerbaijan. And like I said earlier, both these guys won. Canada is one of the dominant countries when it comes to judo. Think Japan #1. Oh, what a throw! That's an ippon! Oh, and it's got the armbar. They have not called. They only called it was sorry. Oh, they're only calling that a sorry. I can't believe they only called that a was sorry. What a throw. It had to have been the angle. But what a powerful throw by the Canadian. Oh, and he goes for it again. That's definitely an ippon. Beautiful Tayatoshi. And that's how it's done. Wow. That's the excitement. That's why you watch judo. That's the kind of highlights that you come back for. Wow. They're taking the score off, and he had a chance for the armbar. I have no idea why they're taking the score off. And they're not going to review. I am miffed as to what's going on here. El Nahamas shady, getting some shady, possibly some shady treatment here in this match. Oh, Ichimata attempt there from the Canadian. And I don't think hardly anybody understands why they took that throw back, and that can be part of the issue of the politics in judo. And the Azerbaijan going for the opponent Serenagi, but good defense there from Shady. Why didn't he get points to throw, Mike? A complete mistake. They tried to say that he didn't land enough of his body to get it was sorry. I completely disagree. It's kind of a judgment call, like a 10 count from a boxing judge. But horrible decision in my opinion. And there's a stalling penalty for Azerbaijan. Yeah, he just got ripped off in my opinion. Still leading the match. Azerbaijan going for the Tomanagi there. If you want to know what a Tomanagi is, think of a monkey roll. Think of something like Tony Ferguson. When they fall to their back, you put your foot into the stomach or chest of your opponent, and you roll back and flip them over. If you played Street Fighter 2, that was Ken's big roll throw. That was a Tomanagi. Shady is even though he should win this match. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Ochigari inside. This guy is one of the most explosive judo players out there. All three of those throws were just so explosive. I disagree with the throw they took away. The winner goes the right direction, though. And that is the opponent for the Canadian, who is going to be one of the favorites to get the gold medal. It's Azerbaijan. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I was having a little issues with that, man. Ref doesn't like the Canadian. Yeah, that seems very, very clear, Billy. What's up, Multi-Apples? I was tossing that fool over the mat. He is pumped up on maple syrup. All right, Shady Elias with an extremely impressive performance. Gets 3 dominating throws. I mean, he almost won that match twice. Man. So we're going to get a replay here. That was the first one, and that was a Wasari. You could have almost called that an Ippon. Here's the second one that did not go down as a Wasari. Oh, he's got his back. So what they're saying is that his side did not land at all. Okay, so actually, when the side does not make... Oh, that's very, very close. You know, now that I look at it again, I'm a little less judgmental of that referee. That probably wasn't technically a score. Israel versus Mongolia coming up next. A lot of... you know, of course, a lot of ill will between Israel and a couple other countries right now heading into these games. If you've been watching what's been happening politically over there. Strong grip there from the Israeli. The Mongolian was not aggressive in his first match earlier. The Israeli, I believe he was the one that his opponent was not able to compete, so he basically got a first round bye. And he's setting up an opponent Serenagi on that right side. Is the Israeli Mongolia blocking it. Doing a pretty good job of blocking it there. But, well, 3:05 left in this match. That's going to be a Shido on each fighter. A penalty, remember, 3 Shidos in a match is an automatic disqualification. The third Shido cannot be called by the referee, though. It will go to a council of 3 if they decide to review it at all. Which we seen one earlier. The referee wanted to give the third penalty, and the council of 3 did not think it was egregious enough that they even reviewed it. And the Israeli's got the back here. Pulls him up by the belt. Let's see, he's looking for the choke here. Looking to get under the chin. And they're going to call him up. So you have to directly be going for the Israeli versus Mongolian. A Palestinian athlete dropped out because his next round opponent was from Israel. I seen that. That's what I was talking about. What's up with me or not? Pete was in here. Yeah, that happened. That's crazy. And I don't want to take sides with what's going on over there. I mean, those two countries have been fighting for a very, very long time. And I think there's, you know, a lot of blame on both sides, in my opinion. And the Israeli there, look at the control he has through the top of his gi here. When you're watching these matches and stuff, this is something I like to do, is envision someone attacking you, coming, and you could see the women, the 78 kilogram women competing on the mat behind them. Envision someone attacking you with clothing on, and how you might be able to use some of these positions to get, you know, to get someone down to the ground. Because you're not going to be going against somebody who's a black belt in grip strength. A lot of these moves actually work very easily in the outside world. Who win, Egypt or Georgia? Georgia won. Yes, thank you, Billy. These girls on the tip of the screen are going hard. Yes, they are. Minute left in this match. Israel and Mongolia. Oh, and Israel going for the opponent, Serenagi. Mongolia standing on top. He pulls him up by the belt there. But like I said, you basically, unless you are in the act of going for a submission, you'll get called up. And the Israeli just walking right in there and getting that grip. I'm surprised. I'm going that he's allowing him to just hold that left lapel. He hasn't broken that grip. Oh, and they're both going to get a Shido, a penalty here. And I could tell you easily what that is both fighters are pushing their hips way back. And the Mongolian will have to get some medical attention, probably some cuts. I mean, cuts and bleeding is really common in judo because of all the, finger jabs. And it's just a very rough sport with the, with the gis and everything. I very rarely went through a tournament where you weren't bleeding by the end of it. Mike, your family is calling for you in the background. Don't think you heard them. No, I did not. Somebody call me? Thanks, Billy. I think they'll live. Somebody call me? All right, 20 seconds left in this match. Mongolian defensive play again here. They're going to get back up with 16 seconds left. Looks like we're most likely going to a golden score. Thank you, Billy. And there we go, a failed throw there, and we will go to golden score. Probably telling me there's food. I knew they were getting food because my daughter's having some people over, but I told them if they didn't have it in time for the stream, I'm probably going to just eat later. All right, here we go. We're on to golden score. Oh, hey, what's up? What? Oh, and that might be a counter throw there from the Mongolian. That was low, but that looks like, let's see what they say here. No, that is not a score. And Israel looking for that right, the Israeli looking for that right side. Ichimata not able to pull anything off there though. Hey, did you call me? Oh, somebody said they heard somebody saying dad. Okay, on the thing. I have my headphones on. Okay. All right. All right, thanks. Yep, bye. I think Billy's hearing things. No, it's probably young David. I'm sure. Oh, and Israel gets the score here. And there we go. Israel will go to the next round. So, Well, she said it wasn't her. All right, there we go. Israel Peter Palczyk. We'll go to the next round. I'll have to watch the replay here to find out what happened. I mean, these guys are in such a hurry to get off the map for the next... we might not get a replay here. Might have to watch it on a highlight reel. I think we will. All right. Well, I missed that last throw, unfortunately. So they do the whole tourney in one night. I believe they will get down to the field of 4 and then go to the field of 4 tomorrow, but I'm not sure. They may do the whole tourney tonight. All right, Japan and Uzbekistan up next. Wolf Aaron versus Muhammad Kuramov. Japan, of course, the #1 Judokan country in the world. All right, Wolf Aaron versus Muhammad. Oh! Beautiful Karama attempt there from Wolf Aaron. Karemakov able to block that one. Thank you, Billy. Up on the countries. On the Uzbekistanian here, Kuramov, very aggressive with that right side grip. And Wolf Aaron on top here. We'll see if he gets a moment. No, he doesn't have a hold here. And this referee give him a little longer on the ground. But they're going to call him up here. All right, guys. Japan versus Uzbekistan. We are down to the field of 16 here. We started with 32. Brutal grip there from Aaron. Oh, look at the overhook here from Karamov. Oh, look at the Agoshi! Karamov goes on the left side with an overhook, and he says, thank you very much. Lands an incredible Agoshi hip throw there. That was explosive. Wow. And you definitely heard the echo of that with no crowd here. You know, basically just family and essential employees. Japan with a beautiful throw. Hell yeah, it was. Is there a weight class that is the feature one must watch, like a heavyweight boxing? Generally it's this. Generally it is the 100 kilograms. The 78 kilograms in the women is a great one too. I wish they wouldn't have played them on the same night. But, and you're going to get maybe the best judo player of all time. Like I said before, Teddy Riner of France. He must have had a first round bye. We have not seen him yet. Teddy Riner of France, though, #1 ranked Judokan in the world. Portugal versus Belgium. Here we go. Toma Nikiforov of Belgium and Jorge Fonseca of Portugal. Jorge Fonseca, this guy is a very explosive Judokan. I have seen him compete in the past at Worlds. Oh! Beautiful Kagerua 7-second finish for Portugal here in the opening moments. Wow. Excuse me, 17 seconds, I guess, but wow, and he just did that to a pretty top-level judo player. But as I said earlier, Fonseca is a very explosive judo player, and that was an incredible Kagerua. And Toma Nikiforov, his Olympic dreams are over. It's over quick. Did they switch weight classes? I don't think so. I think it's just supposed to be men's 100 kilogram tonight, but man, it goes so fast. I'm going to take a quick restroom break during this commercial break, guys. There's a little ad there. I'll probably miss something, but wow. All right, guys. Looks like Hungary and is that Morocco, Billy? All right, Hungary looking to go strong on that right side. And that's going to be a Shido for Hungary. Hungary versus Russian Olympic Committee, since Russia can't compete under the name of their flag. Oh. Gotcha. I'm just going to put Russia. We all know what's going on there. Yeah, they're suspended for doping, of course. But, wow, what a battle for grip here. Now, see how both guys have their hips way out? You're going to... Oh, I'm surprised there wasn't a Shido there. Yep, and that is a Shido for Hungary. When you lean all your weight back and put your hips out to where you're not vulnerable to a throw, that's considered stalling. And he's doing it again, the Hungarian. Oh, but almost gets the Ogoshi here. He's going to have hooks in, looking for a choke here. Oh, he might have the strangle here. He might have the chokehold here. He's got the gi around the neck. Oh, nope, he's blocking it pretty well. I think they're going to stand him up here. Good reversal there from the Russian. I got two stalls very fast. Yes, they did. Yeah, that was maybe a bit aggressive on the stalls there. The Russian gets a Shido for holding there. Aggressive move with the right hand there by the Russian. That was like a punch on the shoulder there. And you see he's ripping down on the Hungarian ski with the left-hand side here. Oh, Saragochi, there it is. That's going to be an Ippon. What a transition. The Hungarian looked like he had the attack. The Russian reverses it and ends up with the opponent, and he will go on. Live TV just got off work. What's up with Mere Knowledge? Yeah, NBC Sports app. Men's 100 kilogram judo. Yes. All right. And the Russian will go on to the next round. As Billy mentioned, not able to technically compete under the Russian name because of the doping violations. But basically it's Russia. So I put Russia on there. And as I was talking earlier, Japan #1 in judo. Canada is probably #2 with Russia, a close 3. And then France. And then it's kind of a crapshoot after that point, except for the United States is never... especially for men's judo. Of course, women's judo, we're a lot more competitive. We know Kayla Harrison and Ronda Rousey. If you wondered why Ronda Rousey seemed to get when she did a throw, a lot of times she was setting up the submission in the air. This is the reason. You see how short a time these guys have to put on submissions once they hit the ground. Carrell Richard Frey in his third match here against Michael Carrell of the Netherlands. Germany versus the Netherlands. And Michael Carrell, ranked #3 in the world, recently placed 3rd at the last Worlds. And Carrell, the aggressor, he's got that right inside lapel. Oh, look at the switch there. He had the right, switches over to the left side. Not able to get it, but Carrell, that's an explosive switch there. And that's why he's 3rd in the world. But these are the two of the top players in the entire tournament right here. Michael Carrell and Richard Frey. A lot of hand fighting, a lot of strategy going on right now. Oh, and look at the explosive break there from Frey. Powerful move there. Oh, Tayatoshi or Ichimata attempt there for Frey. Carrell seen it coming and ducked out of the way. So if you're listening, I didn't say earlier, if you hear Hajime, that means begin. When you hear Mate, that is stop in Japanese. That's going to mean whatever's going on right now. Even if you get a throw right after that, the referee tells you to stop, it's not going to count. It's not quite a defend yourself at all times like in, boxing and MMA. Once the referee says stop, you stop. Oh, and Ponce Nagi attempt there for Michael Carrell. And Frey's got the back here, looking for our arm on the other side, but not giving any more time there. Been watching a lot of swimming Olympics, diving, and basketball Olympics so far. Nice. Watch Taekwondo, tennis, triathlon, archery, volleyball. Nice. What's up, Pulse Reloaded? Saw some water polo as well. This is all I've watched so far is judo. I'm going to go back and probably watch some replays of some other things. Oh, and Frey looked like he might get the Tayatoshi there. Good defense again from Carrell. And you see no Shidos, no penalties here. If you guys are wondering why there's so many penalties before, because these guys, they're keeping their hips in the appropriate place. They're not leaning way back to make it to where their opponent can't get a throw. What they're doing is they're blocking those throws with their grips. And as soon as I say that, Carrell may get a Shido here. And he does get the first penalty. Ochigari attempt there from Carrell. And that's going to beat your feet and ankles up. Just a guy just continually, basically, you know, kicking with that sweep on your ankles there. Oh, and Frey's got the back. That's going to be the end of regulation. There's the gong, and we will go to golden score. Yeah, long time, man. Pulse in the house. Yo, Bill, yo, Robert. Thanks, guys, for stream info. No problem, MMA Knowledge. Thanks for showing up, man. I really enjoy these judo matches. All right, golden score. Here we go. Two of the top Judokan under 100 kilograms in the world. Richard Frey of Germany in the blue. Michael Carrell of Netherlands in the white. Oh, and he pulls it over. There it is. Richard Frey with a bit of an upset there against number 3 world-ranked Michael Carrell. Gets a modified low Ippon Seoinage there. Beautiful move. 27 seconds into golden score. Richard Frey will make it to the quarterfinals. Number 3 in the world, Michael Carrell, is out. Very disappointing for him. Explain golden score, Mike. Golden score is sudden death. So once regulation ends, it's whoever scores first. It can be which is normally a half point of Masari or an Ippon. It doesn't matter. You know, when I competed, there was also a Koka and a Yuko, which were an eighth and a quarter of a point. I don't know if they just don't use those in the Olympics, or if those are no longer a score being used. But let's watch this replay here, and what a move! What a move there by Richard Frey, and you see a very disappointed Michael Carrell, of course, there. Serbia versus Japan. Yes, Serbia versus Japan next. 6th rank in the world. Cho Guham comes in a pretty big favorite in this one. This one could be quick, so don't blink. Watch the Japanese player in the white here. For Cho. Cho had a very quick victory earlier. Oh, nice little Ochigari attempt there inside for Cho, but not quite able to get it. Oh, that's not Japan, that's Korea. I apologize. Seen that flag and it looks similar. And the Serbian ducking low here. Wow, he's just very aggressive here. Cho looking for the Uchimata there. Oh. Tayatoshi attempt for the Serbian. Oh, and almost able to get a modified Ichimata there is Kokoro of Serbia, but not quite able to finish it. Hey, Kevin from Chicago. Good to see you, man. Hey, Mike, what do you think about Conor McGregor's tweet about Khabib's father? Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. I could go on Conor. I don't want to make the whole night about Conor because I know he would love that. But I say take away his visa. If the UFC is going to continue to let him to compete, don't let him back in the country. That's how much I've had it with that guy. Wow, and talk about an aggressive fight. Oh, and there's the Butsaranagi. That's a Wasari. Is that an Ippon? No, it is a Wasari. What do you think, Bulls? I mean, it's just disgusting. Just disgusting. I mean, I understand it was in response to something Khabib had said, like good triumphed over evil when Dustin beat Conor, and then Conor comes out and says, oh, so I guess COVID was good and your dad was evil. I mean, who even thinks of posting something like that? I know he deleted it, but absolutely disgusting. Both guys extremely aggressive here. There's no caution going. Oh, and then puts Sarnagi, and there it is. Oh, he's saying the elbow was out and the side didn't land. Nope, there it is. They reviewed it. And it did get the landing. I agree with that decision. I don't think it'll get canceled. He seems to be too popular. Conor is as gutter as I thought. Yeah. Hey, he's just a piece of garbage at this point. I mean, for people that were fans of him in the past, look, it's like, I don't hate you. I don't, we all at one time liked watching Conor fight for one reason or the other. Whether you wanted to see him win or lose, it was always entertaining. He had a very entertaining style. And I'll admit there were times, it's like I rooted for him. I liked Cho Guham gets the victory and moves on. But, I mean, at this point, you just cannot continue to look past all the... I mean, from threatening to Dustin Poirier's family to mocking the death of Khabib Nurmagomedov's father. I mean, how much lower can you go? I think Mike Jackson put this very well. I think Mike Jackson put this very well. He said, Conor threw a dolly through a bus window with innocent people on it, not caring about their safety. In my interview with Mike Jackson, if you haven't seen it, he speaks about this. It should be towards the top of the channel still. He said, so anything less than that, we should not be surprised because that's who he is. He is a guy who throws dollies through windows. anything less than that, we should not be surprised. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Connor, maybe that one boxer in the 90s that attacked his opponent after he lost to him. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And they're going to clean the mats here before the quarterfinals. We'll be heading into the quarterfinals, and we may see a gold medal ceremony within about the next hour or so after they clean these mats up. The comp is over, Mike. I think the comp? What do you mean by the comp? Like they're going to stop covering for him? I would hope so. I've never seen such a big sore loser than Connor. Oh, I thought it was over. Oh, competition. I see what you're saying. No, they're just taking it's just an intermission, I believe, to clean the mats off. Well, it may be over. I mean, Khabib is retired. Why go after him now, right? Because Connor felt slighted by saying he was happy that Dustin won over Connor. Just, I mean, he's such a child. There was a fighting game that started every match by saying "Ipone fight." It was in foreign language with English subtitles. Can't remember the name of the game. Had a bamboo level. No, it's still going. Thank you, Billy. And I think I paused it for a moment, so yeah, I can go slightly ahead. I mean, I like the fact if I have to rewind something, that's just, yeah, there we go. Round of 16, starting at 8. Oh, that was 8:03, 8:10. No, we're past those. But yeah, we should be headed into the quarterfinals here. Georgia versus Canada up next. Thank you, Billy. One thing I don't like about this NBA Sports app is you rewind literally 1 second at a time. That's crazy. I mean, I like that option, but give me another option too, please. Rewind and fast forward. All right, Georgia versus Canada will be coming up here. And like I said earlier, Canada, the number 2 country in the world, probably as far as judo is concerned. Japan, an overwhelming number 1. They've won, I believe, 5 of the first 7 gold medals. You know, Canada is number 2 when it comes to judo, though. Russia, number 3. And then as I said earlier, probably France, number 4. But Varlam, Lipertiliana, El Nahas coming up next. Both of these guys had impressive performances earlier, especially the Canadian 2. Shady El Nahas, 8th in the world, just 23 years old. He had 2 very impressive performances earlier. And Lipertiliani, number 1 ranked Judokan right now in the world out of Georgia. Number 1 and number 3 in the world. And the top 8 advance to the quarterfinals. We got a orthodox versus a southpaw here, which is a different kind of game, just like it is in boxing. These, southpaws in judo, or it's a different kind of game. They're going to favor the left side throws. Oh, Oh, the Canadian almost able to get underneath for that. Oh! Look at this reversal from the #1 ranked Georgian. And they are back up. Speaking of Olympic Judo, where is Ronda Rousey's fine ass these days? Oh, she ain't doing nothing. Ronda's about to have her first child. Oh, yeah, that's right. She's been pregnant for, I think she's 6 months pregnant. Yeah, she's wanting to do the family thing for a while. Which, I mean, you can't blame her. I know she goes on, like, I follow her. She goes on Facebook Live and does some, like, gaming and stuff sometimes. But she doesn't want to talk about combat sports anymore. And look at the grip break strength of the Georgian. I mean, this guy could literally crush your hand in a second. And they will, and see if they're attempting a throw, they'll let them to continue to go out of bounds like that as they did. But now they're going back to the center. And Lipartellini, or Lipartelliani, excuse me. Like I said, very, very, very strong guy. Oh, going for the Ichimata there. Good defense. So far from Shady. Oh, when he gets it, there's the Wasari. Ochigari inside. Lipartellini's got... He's got the advantage. He scores first. Now, if he's able to get a hold down for 10 seconds here, this is over. Oh, good reversal there, though, from Shady. El Nahana Shady staring Olympic death in the eye right now, though. All right, see you later, Poles. Have a good one, man. Oh, okay, that's what I meant. USSR, not Russia. Night Poles. Good, looks like so far. Keep it going. All right, here we go. 1.5 minutes left. In this very competitive fight here between two of the best Judokans on the planet. And the Canadian inside got that far side grip, that left far side grip. Oh, the Georgian going for the Uchimata. Almost gets an arm there. Canadian ends up on top. And you see all the tape on the back of the Georgian. Of Lipartelliani there. Those are usually like some muscle strains. That means probably having some back spasms, which these judo players, you always have back spasms. You always have something going on with your back. Just, it's unavoidable. Is that a Wasari and a Ippon? Oh, and that is not a... Looks like it's not going to be a score. They're going to review it for Lipartelliani. He gets a throw there in the Kagerua, which I said earlier is just basically a fireman's carry. Let's watch him. Oh. I don't know. Oh, and almost a throw there. Again for Lipartelliani. Gets one Shido. Probably not going to have to worry about that too much because he's only got 25 seconds left in this match. And wow, Shady. Oh, and there's a throw. No, Lipitiliani, they're saying that was not a Wasari. Nope, you got it. They looked at it, they were just reviewing it. That is a Wasari. Lipitiliani with 3 seconds left in this match gets the opponent. Does Judo have a color belt system like Jiu-Jitsu or Taekwondo? Yes, it does, Billy. Some belts are skipped. You don't always have all belts, but especially for juniors, a lot of times they'll use, anybody under 17. But you have white, yellow, gold. Then you're going to have orange. Then sometimes semi-unfrequently used, but it's blue. And then you're going to go to a green belt. Then some guys will go straight to brown. Pretty common, they'll stop off at purple. It's kind of the discretion of the sensei. But one of the good things that I like about judo is to be recognized by the United States Judo Federation. Is you have to have a certain amount of points. Either you register testing, which my sensei was not interested in, or you had to have enough points to qualify in tournaments. And that's how we did it. It didn't necessarily mean he was going to promote you. He was really hard on giving out belts. My brother-in-law, solid 5-day-a-week guy. I dragged him basically, but almost 5-day-a-week for a year. And we all thought he was going to get an orange belt. But, there was sometimes he would kind of slack, miss a few sessions here and there, ended up getting only a yellow belt after a whole year. He almost quit. But it's tough. Israel versus Japan next. Peter Palczyk and Aaron Wolf coming up next. 5th-ranked Judokan in the world, Aaron Wolf out of Japan. Taking on 4th-ranked Peter Palczyk out of Israel. All right, here we go. 4-minute match here, Japan versus Israel. Well, 4 minutes, like I talked about earlier, a play clock, but it'll definitely be longer than 4 minutes if someone doesn't make a finishing move. Aaron Wolf dropping to the opposite side early. Oh, Palczyk turn him over. Oh, looked like Palczyk might get a hold there for a minute, but the referee's going to call him up. All right, just 40 seconds into this semifinals match here. Looks like a little bit of a inner thigh kick there. But Palczyk is basically that's a calf kick when you don't get it. And he knows it. He knows all the tricks. Oh, pulling on his own gi. Look at that technique. Palczyk, Aaron Wolf had the inside of that lapel. He reaches inside instead of grabbing Wolf's hand. He pulls the inside of his own gi out to break the grip. Palczyk, you're going to see many, many levels. Both of these guys are sophisticated judo players. Very much a chess match here. And I would have loved to have a crowd this year for this. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. What was your weight class in judo, Mike? I started out at 156 pounds. And then worked up to 172. I did 2 years in each. Oh, that's close to a Wasari. Nice sweep there from Aaron Wolf, but the side does not land for Palczyk. Oh! Aaron looking for the Uchimata there. Does not get it, though. See, I think the reason we used to do Koka and Yuko, which is quarter and eighth point, is because we didn't have golden score. Oh, and out of bounds. Ochigare doesn't have the side there. But in some judo matches, that would have been a score. That would have been a Koka. Which eighth and quarter points, though, they don't add up. Like you could have 16 Kokas, which is an eighth of a point. And one Yuko is going to be better than that. Yuko and Kokas don't add up. Only Wasaris add. 2 Wasaris make an opponent. And a stalemate there, and they'll go back to the center of the mat. What is 100 kilograms in pounds? 220 pounds roughly. It's like 220.7, I think. Yeah, Wolf's looking for that Tomonagi or Ichimata there on the left side. See, he feints it again there. And Palczyk says, enough of that. I'm going to switch over to the other side here. And he's going to become the aggressor. There it is! Ochigari for Wolf! Beautiful Ochigari for Wolf. "20 seconds left, and the number 1 Judokan ranked in this tournament could be going out here. 10 seconds left. Going for a Kimura here, too. And that's going to be the end. And Aaron Wolf upsets Palczyk. So it'd be small heavyweights in MMA. Yes. All right, and the number 5 goes into the semifinals. That's blowing my mind, guys, that Stipe Miocic signed with 1 championship. I mean, wow. I'm guessing they must have thrown a tank load of money at him. Did anybody hear that, I follow him on social media. I didn't hear him really complaining about the interim championship between Derek Lewis and Cyril Gahn. But maybe he thought that he should have been there. Or maybe he just doesn't want to get hit by Francis Ngannou again, and I couldn't blame him for that. Is he doing a type of Kimura? Some wrist lock submission. Exactly. That's exactly what that is a Kimura. Kimuras and arm bars are a part of judo. Niaz Ilyasov, number 4th in the world against Jorge Fonseca. Jorge might be my favorite player in this. All right, Fonseca, 7-second victory earlier. We'll see if he has that kind of success in the second round. Yeah, Fonseca, very aggressive player. Ilyasov looking to be unorthodox. He's kind of taking his grips all over the place here. You don't want to let Fonseca get a straight line. Stipe is backing Jake Paul for the Woodley fight. They're both from Cleveland. Oh, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. I hope Tyron Woodley knocks the shit out of him. What's up, Jason Kagan? Jason Kagan in the house. And you look for an Ogoshi attempt there from the Russian. Now, a lot of these guys, as they were talking about, are really, really beat up from the trials to get through to this, because it wasn't that long ago. Okay, I'm half drunk. Coronas. All right. Yeah, cheers, Jason. Thanks for coming in, man. Cheers to you. If I didn't have to work in the morning, I would be drinking some alcohol as well. Something about this being responsible thing, though. I don't know. I got to work in the morning, so... Oh, Fonseca's so strong. Oh, he almost trips and almost loses balance there, though. He did for a moment. Able to turn around and go for the Ochigari. And Ilyasov turns his back the other direction and avoids the score for Fonseca. 4 weeks from Saturday on Showtime pay-per-view. YouTube, Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Yes. Okay, I got to work in the morning, but I'm relying on my Norwegian blood to pull me through. I got you. Build the facts. Yeah, if I didn't have to drive a semi, then I'm I kind of run 3 hats in my business now. Most of the other businesses I see, they have a driver, then they have a salesperson, then they have a merchandiser. So I kind of got to wear all 3 hats. And I got to load up at the warehouse, which most of those guys, their trucks are already loaded. Fonseca going for an Ochigari. Oh! Goes for the Ponce Inagi and... Kill it. Good defense there to stop that. This might end up going to golden score 50 seconds away. Yeah, I do. How many tortillas does your store go through? Wow. Just my Winco goes through 11 to 13. I deliver 11 to $13,000 worth of tortillas a week. So in between $1,500 and $2,000 a day. Oh, Fonseca looking for the Ponce Inagi. Good defense again by Ilyasov, but or Ilyasov, excuse me. Ilyasov picking up his opponent. Yeah, that's not generally something you'd see in judo. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Judo's not necessarily known for great sportsmanship. I mean, you have to bow, but you know, there's a pretty vindictive social game generally between these players. They know they're going to face each other again in the Worlds and the, you know, and other championships. All right, and we will see a golden score. All right, 6 people watching still in here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Whether you're staying the whole time or not, it'll help our stream out. I'd appreciate it. If there's somebody in here new watching that you decided to pull in for judo, hey, we're hoping to do some more judo on here, but we do live streams of UFC, Bellator, major boxing events close to every week. I would say about 45 or more weeks out of the year. Does the store buy the tortillas from you, or are you delivering their order? The order from the tortilla company. No, they're buying them from me. I order them. I buy them from Mission, and I sell them to them. You know, and the good reason for Mission to do that is it's like, you know, we're going to do our job. We got 15 salesmen there. We're going to do our job, because if we don't get paid. It's not like an hourly employee or something, and there's motivation to, you know, work better, work faster. All right, 113 into the golden score here. Couple of the tournament's favorites here. Fonseca, probably pretty glad he finished that match earlier in 7 seconds, because he's going to be pretty tired after this one. If he's able to go on. Ilyasov definitely could get the victory here. Oh, Ponsernagi. Wow. Yeah, he was close. Looks for the Sanagi and then the Agoshi. Does Fonseca, but Ilyasov, a great defensive player today. It just takes one good offensive move at this point. I'm a 16 count, super soft burrito size myself. Ooh la. What's up, Adam? Hey, good to hear you. Yeah, I like the burritos, man. My favorite are the spinach wrap, though. And I've went to, now they have the carb balanced spinach wrap, so there's no sugars, and almost no, the only net carbs I think are fiber, and they're pretty tasty. Oh, look at this grip for Fonseca, getting the inside of the sleeve there. He is so good at just ripping on your sleeve and not giving up that grip. Kind of reminds me of Gary Goodridge, just like how strong he is. It's his grip strength and power. And Ilyasov looking to, like, he might get a penalty here. His hips have been way back. Kind of surprised. There it is. There it is, a Shida. Oh, and they both get a Shida. So both men have 2 Shidos. 2.5 minutes into golden score. And these guys, they get so dehydrated too. And you think, hey, you can't compare this necessarily to MMA as far as the cardio. Oh, and a Ponsernagi attempt there for Fonseca. Because, I mean, these gis, they are not cool. They are very hot. They're double weave gis. They are very heavy. If you had to cut any weight coming into this, I mean, you're really, and then you're fighting, several times in a match. You're going to have to get 4 victories in one night to get the gold. Smash that like button like you're eating a soft Mission tortilla. Well, thank you, Billy. All right, Fonseca needed a moment to get his belt off. Belt was ripped off there. And Ilyasov's going to be able to get a little advice from his coach while Fonseca is putting his belt on. We haven't seen a whole lot of stalling like this in the men's so far. I've seen a lot in the women's last night. But these guys are exhausted at this point. Love Mission Tortillas. All right. Nobody's won yet. It's still golden score. It just looks like a medical timeout here for Ilyasov. I think they're going to... if there's any blood, any cuts or anything, then they have to wrap that up. Can't have open wounds on the mat. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Is there a time limit to golden score? No, you go until somebody scores. Or gets disqualified from stalling penalties. Which, see, that's the thing. I mean, if it goes long enough on golden score that somebody hasn't scored, most likely somebody's going to have 3 Shidos for stalling. And this is an exceptionally long medical timeout here. Much needed rest for both of these guys, though. You can see Fonseca just drenched. The sweat dripping off him in that heavy gi. And one thing different than MMA or boxing is, you notice there's no water break for these guys. This is the only time you might get a break, really, is when there's a medical timeout. But there's no water break. So, very tough. I'm sure Fonseca's wishing he could take this gi off, for a few minutes while they're bandaging his opponent up. And you're going to see these guys with the second wind, and like I said, Fonseca, he's the more explosive player. Ilyasov Niaz, I mean, this is, like I said, this is a long medical timeout, but it might play against him. Fonseca's getting a long rest here, and expect him to come out extremely aggressive. So Fonseca's keeping himself warm. Moving around, walking up and down. See, that's why I've kind of always disagreed with sitting down in between rounds in boxing and MMA. Because it gives you a chance to cool down and rest. I mean, maybe if you've been hurt, maybe if you've been stunned. I would like to think, especially like in MMA, just 3 and 5 round matches, I would stand in between rounds. George Foreman used to do that. And look at this big bandage on the head of Ilyasov. But they want to make sure that there's no way that blood gets on the other player or the mat. And here we go. And Ilyasov coming out very aggressive here, looking to set up the Uchimata. So hard to get any momentum with Fonseca, though. I mean, he's so good at breaking your grips. Oh, and he goes for an Iponsanagi there. Good defense there from Ilyasov. Ilyasov has the back now. They're going to break. And you see how quickly these guys popped up earlier in the match. They're taking a little more time. I mean, not to the point to where they're, you know, vagrantly stalling, but they're not in such a big hurry. Inside of the lapel there for Ilyasov for a moment. If you watch lower level judo players, white, yellow, orange, green, belts and things. Oh! There it is. Tayatoshi for Fonseca. That's going to be a Wasari. The review panel will look at it. But I believe that should be a score. .355, a golden score. Oh, and his knee hit first. For Ilyasov, that was definitely his side, though. There it is. The Wasari for Fonseca, and Fonseca will move on to the next round. And that is it for the Russian Ilyasov. Fonseca one step closer to that gold medal. Moving into the semifinals. And I'm sure he is looking for a much needed rest. He's going to go look to get some Gatorade or Pedialyte in him. Maybe a banana or something. That was a long match. Yeah, it was. Winner is going to be gassed the next round. Yeah, that was a long match. And that's the thing. It's like you see 4 minutes, but it's not 4 minutes like MMA time. I mean, this is straight. How long were these guys going for? 10 minutes in regulation? That's probably a 15-minute match. You know, and the one rest they got was from the medical timeout. But they've already had matches, and they will continue to have more matches. And you see the replay there. Beautiful Iponsanagi there from Fonseca getting the victory. I'm going to take a quick restroom break, guys, before this next one starts. I know they're going to jump right into it. I smell brownies. All right, Germany versus Korea. Fight all night like old UFC, right, Adam? Yeah, this is how judo always is. Oh, Cho with an aggressive move there. Pushing his opponent down. Oh, nice pull there from Frey Carl Richard. That was like a get over here. That was like a Sub-Zero. And I grab you and pull you in, but not able to Not able to take advantage of it there. Oh, and look at that. There you go. There you go. That was just a straight up ankle kick there. That wasn't even a sweep. And Richard's pretty good about that. Oh, yeah, this is Portugal won. Yeah, Fonseca is a beast, man. That was a great match. Long match, but a good match. All right, 2 minutes left here in regulation between these two top judo players. Richard Frey earlier pulling off an upset. Cho, the number 5th ranked in the world, was Frey, I think, the number 3 ranked. Oh, Frey! Oh, man, athletic Taitoshi attempt, but Cho just completely shut that down. Oh, that was a strong lapel grip there for Cho. You don't want to give that up for long. And Frey's able to break that, but he had that for about 3 seconds. He cannot continue to give that up. Punso-nagi attempt there for Cho. Cho very fast. Frey may have the strength advantage in this one. Oh, Taitoshi attempt there for Cho. Nothing going. Frey gets the back here. No submission. No submission applied immediately, so they'll call him back up. Here we go. Winner of this will go to the Final Four. So, and I believe this is actually the 3rd match between both of these guys. So it'll be 5 matches to get through. Frey almost gets the Punso-nagi there. Nearing the end of regulation. Frey trying to pump himself up. A little scream and a chest beat there. Not something you see a lot of in judo, but at least can try to pump himself up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, goes for the Taitoshi. This Frey there at the last seconds. Not able to get it, though, and we'll go into golden score. Nothing but beasts left. All top-level talent going for gold. Absolutely. All right, 1 score. Oh! Big attempt there for Frey. Almost gets the Sotogari there from the outside. And I'm very impressed with Frey's job of being able to stop Cho. Oh, and there Cho's going for the opponent. Oh, and look at this. I thought Cho might have a throw there, but no. Yeah, Frey's been giving up that lapel grip, that left lapel grip, quite a bit of this match, but he's done a great job of keeping Cho from being able to extend for throw attempts. 50 seconds into golden score here. Cho will adjust his gi here before we continue the golden score here. So much on the line here. The winner going to the Final Four. Oh, man. Chon going for the Sonagi again. And a stalling penalty on Richard Frey. That's 2 Shidos for him. Oh. Nice defensive move there from Frey. Cho going for the Ipponserenagi and nobody home. Both men now with Shidos. Frey going for... Oh, and there it is! What a beautiful counter! Frey goes for the Ipponserenagi and Ouchigari inside for Cho. And that is it. Korea will move on to the Final Four. By the way, Mike, your Seattle Kraken stole my Colorado Avalanche goalie. So enjoy, you Sea Monsters. He is a badass goaltender. Hey, well, thanks for that. I plan on making it to a Kraken game this year. Wow, what a victory and a feeling for Cho. Coming into this ranked number 5 in the world. And, man, Richard Frey obviously very disappointed in himself. He'll get a reconciliation match. And then if he wins that, still will have a chance at a bronze medal because he made it to the semifinals. But... no chance at a silver or gold for Frey. Cho will continue to move on. What a throw. Yes, he did take a chance. Sometimes you have to take a chance, especially when you have 2 penalties against you for stalling. But he left himself open, going for that Ipponserenagi. Cho takes advantage with the counter Ouchigari. And Richard Frey, another one of those top favorites. A lot of people were picking Richard Frey to win the gold, and I thought he had a great chance at it. But Cho Guham getting the victory, also one of the favorites in this tournament, though. All right, 10 people back up in here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you like what we do here, hit that subscribe button. If you like martial arts, we're planning on doing some more judo on this channel. But primarily in the past, we do UFC, Bellator, and boxing. About 45, in between 45 and 50 weeks out of the year. We're here on Saturdays. And a few other days throughout the year as well. Georgia versus France and Portugal versus Korea in the semifinals. Yep. Definitely looking forward to those matches. A lot of... Man, I want to see... well, the semifinals will be on day 6. This is day 5, so they will finish the tournament, the Final Four, I believe tomorrow. So we'll make sure and get a time for that, because I want to see Fonseca versus Cho. Wow. Damn, auto type. It's Portugal versus Korea and Georgia versus Japan. Yeah, a lot of them were no Russians in there. That's surprising. But man, it seems, yep, that's it. Broadcast over for the evening. All right, hey, well, thanks for joining us, guys. I hope that you'll join us for another one of these nights. This was fun. I've really enjoyed watching these judo matches. If you want to go back and watch any of the weights that have already happened, the tournaments go to that NBC Sports, either the app or on the Xfinity app, or maybe figure out what it is for your cable provider. And I think definitely worth a watch for sure. I was watching the women last night. I believe the 55 kilogram, I want to say. But great match there. Roll the credits, right? Let's do some boxing some night. Yeah, I got to try to get some boxing on here. That would be fun. All right, guys. As I said, thanks for joining me. I'll give you guys an update on when the next one's coming out. When we'll do the next Olympics. Saturday, don't forget, huge match on Saturday. The finals in Bellator's Featherweight Grand Prix. AJ McKee versus Patricio Pitbull for the Featherweight Championship. Talk to you guys Saturday after showering. Get up in 4 hours. All right, get some sleep, Robert. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Guys, doing a little something different. Hope you guys liked it. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses next time.